Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker. UFC commentator and former middleweight champion Michael Bisping has expressed concerns about Chimaev's cardio in a 5-round fight. Bisping noted, "This is the first 5-round fight Chimaev's been in, which automatically, if you're in the corner of Chimaev, you've got to be concerned. One thing Robert Whittaker is not going to do is run out of gas. He's very experienced in fighting at the highest level for a long time," says one. Bisping believes that if Chimaev cannot secure an early finish, it could be a challenging night for him.
If I'm not mistaken, this will be the first 5-round scheduled bout for Khamzat Chimaev, which automatically, if you're in the corner of Khamzat Chimaev, you got to be concerned. One thing Robert Whittaker's not going to do is run out of gas. He's very, very experienced, fighting at the highest level for the long time, without getting into the X's and O's.
On the other hand, former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen has highlighted Whittaker's well-rounded skill set and experience. Sonnen stated, "Whittaker is a crafty opponent. The way he mixes his strikes in with his takedowns makes him a tough challenge for anyone, including Chimaev." Sonnen's perspective underscores the importance of Whittaker's versatility in this matchup. Comparison of fighting styles. Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker. Khamzat Chimaev and Robert Whittaker are two of the most formidable fighters in the UFC's middleweight division, each bringing a unique set of skills to the octagon. Chimaev, known for his relentless grappling and wrestling prowess, often overwhelms his opponents with his aggressive takedowns and ground control. His ability to maintain pressure and dominate on the mat has earned him a reputation as one of the most dangerous grapplers in the sport. On the other hand, Whittaker combines a striking background rooted in karate and boxing, utilizing his speed and precision to outmaneuver his opponents. His striking is characterized by quick, explosive movements and a diverse array of techniques, including powerful kicks and sharp jabs, too. Whittaker's defensive wrestling is also noteworthy, allowing him to stay on his feet and leverage his striking advantage. Khamzat Chimaev's best matches. Khamzat Chimaev has quickly become one of the most talked-about fighters in the UFC, thanks to his dominant performances and versatile skill set. Here are some of his best matches that have defined his career so far. Khamzat Chimaev versus Li Jingliang, UFC 267. In this bout, Chimaev demonstrated his grappling dominance by submitting Li Jingliang with a rear naked choke in the first round. What made this fight particularly impressive was Chimaev's ability to control and finish a highly respected opponent without absorbing a single significant strike. Khamzat Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns, UFC 273. This fight was a true test of Chimaev's abilities against a top-ranked opponent. Chimaev and Burns engaged in a thrilling back-and-forth battle, with Chimaev ultimately winning by unanimous decision. The fight showcased Chimaev's resilience, striking, and grappling skills, proving he could compete with the elite in the division. Khamzat Chimaev versus Kevin Holland, UFC 279. Chimaev's bout against Kevin Holland was another display of his grappling prowess. He secured a quick submission victory via d'Arce choke in the first round, further cementing his status as a formidable grappler in the UFC. Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman, UFC 294. Facing former welterweight champion Kamaru Usman, Chimaev showcased his ability to compete at the highest level. He won the fight by majority decision, demonstrating his striking and grappling skills against one of the toughest opponents in the division. These matches highlight Khamzat Chimaev's rapid rise in the UFC and his ability to dominate opponents with a combination of striking and grappling. Each fight has contributed to his growing legend and has fans eagerly anticipating his future bouts. Robert Whittaker's best matches. Robert Whittaker, known as the Reaper, has had an illustrious career in the UFC, marked by several standout performances. Here are some of his best matches that have defined his legacy. Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero I, UFC 213. This fight was for the interim middleweight title and showcased Whittaker's incredible resilience and striking prowess. Despite suffering a knee injury early in the fight, Whittaker managed to outlast Romero's explosive power and secure a unanimous decision victory. This win earned him the interim title and solidified his status as one of the top middleweights in the world. Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero II, UFC 225. The rematch between Whittaker and Romero was an even more intense and closely contested battle. Both fighters exchanged heavy blows and displayed remarkable toughness. Whittaker once again emerged victorious, winning by split decision in a fight that many consider one of the greatest in UFC history. This bout further cemented Whittaker's reputation as a warrior and a champion. Robert Whittaker versus Derek Brunson, UFC Fight Night 101. In this fight, Whittaker faced a dangerous opponent in Derek Brunson, who was on a 5-fight winning streak. Whittaker showcased his striking skills and composure under pressure, knocking out Brunson in the first round. This victory earned him a Performance of the Night bonus and propelled him into title contention. Robert Whittaker versus Ronaldo Jacare Souza, UFC on Fox 24. Against a seasoned veteran and submission specialist like Jacare Souza, Whittaker delivered one of his most impressive performances. He utilized his striking to keep Souza at bay and eventually finished the fight with a head kick and punches in the second round. This win marked Whittaker as a top contender in the middleweight division. Relation to each other. When comparing these two fighters, it's clear that their strengths lie in different areas, making their potential matchup a fascinating clash of styles. Chimaev's grappling-centric approach contrasts sharply with Whittaker's striking-heavy game plan. This difference sets the stage for a classic striker versus grappler showdown. Whittaker's ability to defend against takedowns and keep the fight standing will be crucial, while Chimaev will aim to close the distance and bring the fight to the ground where he excels. Their contrasting styles not only highlight their strengths, but also underscore the strategic depth each fighter must bring to the bout. Choosing who will win. Predicting the outcome of a fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Robert Whittaker is challenging due to their contrasting skill sets and high-level abilities. If Chimaev can successfully implement his grappling game and control Whittaker on the ground, he stands a strong chance of securing a victory. His relentless pressure and ability to maintain top control could neutralize Whittaker's striking. However, if Whittaker can utilize his superior striking and defensive wrestling to keep the fight standing, he could outpoint Chimaev with his speed and precision. Ultimately, the fight could go either way, but Whittaker's experience and well-rounded skill set might give him a slight edge in this highly anticipated matchup. As the octagon door closes and the fight begins, the contrasting styles of Khamzat Chimaev and Robert Whittaker will be on full display. Whether it's Chimaev's relentless pursuit of takedowns and ground control, or Whittaker's precise and explosive striking, this matchup is sure to keep fans on the edge of their seats. While predicting the winner is no easy task, the clash of these two elite fighters will undoubtedly be a spectacle of mixed martial arts at its finest. Regardless of the outcome, both Chimaev and Whittaker will leave everything in the cage, showcasing the heart and determination that define true champions. So who do you think will have their hand raised in victory?